Hi there. I'm making this message because I feel, as many of us do, that there's something really important going on right now in the world. There's energy shifts. I'm not going to say that they're matrix, and I'm not going to talk about quantum physics, but some of you already be heading there in your thoughts, and that's fine. What I want to talk about is energy. So for a long time in my life, in fact all my life, I've referred to things in terms of energy. So when there's an energy disposition or displacement, there are many things that happen in my life to tell me that there are teachings that I need to take on. Right now, the biggest ones that have come to the forefront is the energy of the world that we live in. Within that realm, there are many. So if you think of the energies that we are taking on board and we're living with, and we articulate everything as a living energy, we might view it differently. For an example, there is tree energy because there is tree spirit. I'm not some hippie trying to make a claim right now. I'm trying to teach you about something I'm learning at the same time. Tree spirit is very close to us because it gives and it breathes the very air that we breathe. Without it, we have no oxygen. So we rely on tree. Tree doesn't rely on us. It's living and breathing. If you look into the secret life of trees, you will see that they interconnect beneath the earth in ways where they reach out, encircle, and hold each other close. They use each other as a really, really busy network to be able to stand steadfast and to breathe through the ground and articulate their ways toward the sky. They rely on the sun. They rely on water. But we rely on them for the very breath that we take. And this is tree energy that we are cutting down to create homes, little shoe boxes or big shoe boxes for us to live. It's all the same. Our energy relies on the energy of trees. The other energy that's very important is the energy of animals. They're not just totem animals. They're not just animal spirit. They come here to teach us on how to live amongst each other. They're the only species that don't live in discordance or in dissatisfaction of the life that we have. They don't reach for further. They have more emotional intelligence because they do not rely on books to get their sense of place in this world. They live intuitively. We could learn of animal spirit. They live to survival. They hunt to survive. They do not annihilate, kill, rape, pillage the very beings that they are simply to get on top of the food chain as we do. We need animal spirit because animal spirit teach us how to live. We're not teaching them how to live. Our ego has become so high in this world that we have forgotten about the energy of the very earth that we set foot on. Take off your shoes and walk barefoot on the earth and feel the energy vibrate through. Sit your butt on the ground in the middle near the ocean and breathe in all that salt. Everything that you get that makes you alive and connects you is this very energy that we are surrounded by. And our earth is dying. Instead of looking for life on a different planet or a matrix or a different timeline, let's look at the life that we have and let's protect it and nourish it, because it's not just about yours and mine. Our lives are only finite. In the physical realm, it's only finite. But the heartbeat of this land is everything. It is all the energies of old and new. That's why it's so important. Because it's ageless. It has been here forever. And there's a sense of urgency because animals are dying across the world just randomly. It's not making sense to us. But look at what we're doing to our oceans. Look at how we're interrupting the ecology, the cycle of life, by taking out the very thing that other beings survive on. We annihilate one thing and then it lets something else take over. Let us let nature do its course. The Aboriginal people had it right many years ago because they didn't interrupt that process. They lived off the land with the land. We could do well to learn of that. This is not your land, and this is not my land. We are of the land. What I'm trying to say is that there are spirits all around us. And if you and I are not feeling them, it's because we're not tuning in right. A simple example is that when you need time out and you need to go somewhere, I'm not talking about taking drugs to take you out of this real world because you cannot face it. The real world is the world that you make it and take it. So you go out there and you make it in a place that feels at harmony. And those places are decreasing because our sense of self has become so high above the rest of life that it has obliterated all that is living in this here and now. Instead of relying on the next life, instead of relying on other life planes and all that, why are we still not learning to be grateful and thankful for what we have right now? Look after this earth with me, please. Let's all do it together. Listen in your heart, not your head anymore. Live in your heart. Feel and connect with things around you. Please. Father Spirit has spoken.